Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been a while since I put a video up, and I apologize for that. I have reasons for that, which I think are pretty good. Let's go ahead and eat and drink. Not with that. Let's get that taken care of. Eat a tater. Taters are good, precious. Okay. We have our apples. We are going to do some digging today. Okay. So, the reason I haven't been on and making videos, real life has been a little nutty. I was going to do a video on my Minecraft series from the Kidless server, and that was scheduled for, I think, like 3 days ago, something like that. Nacho, the server owner, was going to give me a tour of his base on camera so y'all could see it. He took me around. He kind of kidnapped me. I don't even remember what I was doing. But he kind of kidnapped me, and next thing I know, I was at his base, and he's showing me around, and I was like, ooh, this is cool. I like this. And then I was like, we ought to do this tour on camera. Show everybody. Let's fill up the canteen. There we go. Show everybody what you've been doing. And he was like, cool, I'm off tomorrow. I said, me too. So we set up a time. And we were pumped. I was pumped anyway. I guess he was pumped. And we were going to do this video. Let's just go right over here and start with this iron. We can use the iron. We're going to start on our Smuggler's Cave today. So anyway, we had it all set up. We were going to do this video together. And he was going to give me a tour of his place. And of course, I still need to get back to showing my build at my place. And later that night, after we'd already made all these arrangements, I got a text from my boss. Can you cover my shift tomorrow? Yeah, sure I can. So, obviously, if I'm at work, I can't be making videos. And work is kind of important. It pays the bills. So, I also had planned on spending the evening gaming with my son that night. He works during the day, and I usually work during the evenings. So, it makes it kind of difficult for us to play together, because by the time I get home, he's about ready to go to bed. So that was another plan that got waylaid, but it wasn't because the boss was trying to be a pain in the butt or anything. He has inconvenienced everyone's schedule by developing kidney stones. And possibly gonna need surgery. So it's a legitimate thing, and obviously something he would rather not have to deal with. So we just kind of have to pull together and do the best we can to make things work at work while the boss is incapacitated. So then I went to work one day and I laid down and took a nap late in the evening. And when I woke up, I had a text that one of the workers that was already at work was sick at work. She was throwing up sick at work. And could I go in and help close for the last hour? And I had already worked that morning, the night before, and then that morning. So threw my uniform back on and went back to work. And wasn't there for very long, but you know. So, and then this weekend, I've been playing UO with my son. And he's pretty much a priority, so yeah. So I'm here. He's in bed trying to get some sleep for work tomorrow, and I've had a nap, and I have to work tomorrow, but I don't have to go in until around noon, so I thought, well, while I can, I'm going to hop on and I'm going to make a video. And I've been talking to PV. You guys have heard me mention PV more than once. And I think he's going to start managing me to help me with my YouTube channel. Because there's a lot of little things to it. I mean, yeah, you can just... Mr. Pig, are you going to drown? Are ya? I wonder if we could help you with that. Would you like to go for a swim? Or you could just stand there and let me kill you. That would be good too. Ooh. We got hide, ribs, and bacon. You are a very generous pig. Thank you so much. Okay. Is this starting to look like a smuggler's cave? That lets us start. I think we need to widen it a little bit. Let's come out here. But anyway, so I've been playing Ultimate Online with my son for the last couple of days. And I actually had a day off today, the whole day off. Didn't have to go into work or anything. It was kind of weird. Very nice, but weird. And so, yeah, I spent the day with my son. And then last night, after he went to bed, I started a server for Rising World. And PV came over to play with me. He bought the game. And he's playing there with me. And the server we got, I just got a little one, just enough to experiment with. And I could have 4 players. I'm like, you need to think about who else we want on here, if anybody. And he's like, okay. So we threw some names around of different people that we thought would be good. And so next time I talked to him, he said, hey, I talked to Doc and Oberon, and they said they'll play. And Doc Shell, she's a friend of ours from Minecraft, from the other server and now this server, as is Oberon. So we've all known each other for a little while. And Doc's pretty addicted. She bought the game and has pretty much played it nonstop. She had to sleep at some point, I'm sure, but probably not much. So we got her on the server, and I told her pull up tab and see where I was and try to make her way towards me, and I tried to make my way towards her. And it was raining really hard in the game and really foggy. And I was almost to the world spawn point, and she's like, I'm at the base. We passed each other in the fog. Probably within inches of each other and didn't even know it. So we got her set up, and she got started and played for, about an 8-hour period or whatever. And I slept for a little while, and I came back, and I was playing and chopping down a tree, and next thing I know, I got kicked off the server and tried to log back in. Couldn't log back in, and we have it password set, so we don't have to worry about people coming on that we don't know. And So the password was still there, the name of the server was still there, so I knew I was in the right place. But my inventory was empty and I was somewhere where I didn't plan to be. And PV was playing another game through Steam, so I sent him a message and I was like, something's going on with our server. So he came and looked at it and did some research, and come to find out it's apparently some kind of a rare bug that they have going on right now with Rising Worlds and the multiplayer servers, where it will randomly reset you to a new map. And I was definitely not happy about that. But as I've said before, this game is in development. They work on it all the time. They do a good job of working on it all the time. But nonetheless, everything, well, it reset us back to probably about 6 game hours before Doc showed up. So I lost quite a bit of game time that I had put in, and Doc lost everything she had done. And I wasn't happy, and she took it a lot better than I did, because she's one of those brains that knows about going into the files and fixing this and fixing that. And I sent her a message apologizing to her because, you know, everything she did was gone. And she's like, don't worry about it. It gave me a reason to tear into the files and figure this out and figure that out. And she tried to explain it to me, but that kind of stuff is kind of over my head. I told her, I said, you'd be better off explaining it to PV. He'll actually know what you're talking about. It's kind of a whole different language for me. I just play, okay? I just play. I don't worry about, is this true, not true, this false, not false, whatever. I just play. I want the game to work when I want to play it. It's that simple. I don't do files. I don't do all that stuff. So, her and PV can figure it out. And I guess she got a server and experimented with this, that, and the other, and she and PV are on top of it. So, I'm going to let them get it all figured out and worked out. And when they say it's probably pretty safe, then I'll probably go back and play a little on the server. But right now, I don't really want to invest a lot of time if it's just going to be rolled back. Because we got our map back because PV just uploaded a previous backup. But we still lost quite a bit of time. So, we'll see what happens. And once we get something really going there, I'll probably do a video or two from there and give y'all a tour when there's something to see besides a stone slab with tents on it. We need water. Alright, let's replant. Let's get some more lettuce down. Some more carrots down. And you can grid your farm, by the way, if I haven't said that before. You can grid it and make your plants more precise in their placement. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I haven't this time just because I ain't worried about it that much. Close enough for me. And so carrots I think are on 2. We'll start those down here. Carrots don't need quite as much room. They're a pretty small plant. But targeting is the issue for me. Okay, that, I don't have the hoe on me. Where is the hoe? been a while. I'm not sure where everything is anymore. We can put that up. Is that dirt? Yeah. Gravel. Okay. The hide could go in here. Okay. Aha. We'll take that. And the meat can go in. Carrots can go in. Lettuce can go in. Bacon. All right. Let's go ahead and put this ore in the smelter while I'm thinking about it. Is that 3? Yeah. PV has figured out that you can put this in here and you don't have to fire it up right away, and the ore does not disappear once it's placed in the smelter. Have any more in here? Oh, we do. Well, if we fill this up, we can go ahead and fire it up. And he has also discovered that even though this is such a large smelter, it's really a lot more fuel efficient than what I suspected it would be. I can't give you any numbers about it'll process so many units per blah 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 of coal. I can't give you that kind of information. But between the two of us on the server, we've gathered a lot of ore, and he has run that smelter many times. And you would think a smelter this size would just eat that ore or eat the coal up really fast, but it really does a good job. And it doesn't do too bad at all. And I know I was working on the farm, but see, this can be smelting while I continue the farm work. Okay then. Wait, is there coal in here? Yes, there is. I don't know if we need it. Nope, it's full. Alright, let's start that up. Now I know I said it's efficient, but keep in mind, we don't leave it running when it's empty. We kind of keep an eye on it. We don't babysit it, but we kind of keep an eye on it, and once everything's smelted, we take it out and turn it off. We'll turn it off and then take out the stuff. So, alright, back to the carrots. Really? That's all I had left. 1 carrot. I thought I was going to have all this busy work to keep me busy while that was smelting. 1 carrot. Wow. Okay then. Tell you what, I will find something to plant. We will plant this pumpkin, dadgummit. I'm going to plant something. And there's tomatoes over here. Oh my gosh. PV was like, I don't think we need any more tomatoes. I had like half of that farm size worth of tomato plants, and they were all full, and I went and looked in the chest, And the tomatoes will stack. I believe it's up to 32, a half stack. And the whole top row and like half of the second row was full of stacks of tomatoes. I was like, yeah, I don't think we need to worry about planting any more tomatoes for a while, especially if it's just the two of us. So, yeah, we're set for food. Of course, we have other stuff too, but just the tomatoes alone was a bit ridiculous. All right. Let's do the tomatoes first. We'll plant those here in the middle. And then we'll plant these around the edge. So I really don't need them taking up a lot of space in my farm. Okay. Well, that still wasn't enough time. Shall we hunt some piggies? Okay, I don't understand this. On the server, every time we try to hunt for food and kill the animals, we have to chase them forever. We hit them once and they run for miles. And of course, PV finally figured it out. And once he told me about it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. But if you got an animal running from you, like you smack it and you're trying to kill it for food, and it takes off running, just basically keep an eye which direction it's going and give it a minute and then start following it, because if you take off at a dead run and you chase it, it won't stop running. It'll just keep going, keep going, and keep going like the Energizer rabbit. But if you don't chase it at a dead run and you give it a minute, chances are it will find some tall grass and lay down, or you'll just lose the thing. But they don't seem to heal up, because I've come across pigs and cows later where I've just hit them one time and they died, and I know I'm not that powerful. So I'm guessing it's probably an escapee. I don't know if this is the same pig or if it's a different pig, but we're going to find out. Same pig. Yeah, PV seems to be watching my Rising World videos, and then he goes and he does research on the stuff I've said and gives me information. Oh, and I meant to look it up. There's someone commented on my video saying that Rising World is still an alpha. They didn't know if a beta was planned or not. And I'm sorry, I forgot to write your name down, but thank you very much for your comment. Any information you guys share with me is is helpful. It's always helpful. All right, is this stuff smelted yet? Almost, maybe. Almost, maybe. If we stand here and watch it, you think it'll finish faster? Probably not. Didn't we see another pig around here, or did we kill them all? Thought there was another one. Maybe we got it. That one pig, every time I would go to sleep, I would wake up and that pig would be literally in my face. Really? You've been sticking your snout in my tent all night? Really? Thought I saw a cow around here. Oh, another thing that got researched. See, I used to play this quite a bit, single player, offline, when it was brand new, when it first came out. And like I've mentioned before, a lot of things have changed since then. Is it dark enough for me to sleep, or is it just overcast? Oh, our stuff's ready. Let's go ahead and turn this off. Anyway, when I first started playing, I used to really hunt the animals, and I ate a lot of the bacon and the ribs and the steak and stuff, and I thought it was such a waste because I couldn't really tell that it was doing that much good. Well, I mean, not much better than a watermelon, for example. The thing is, though, I don't know if it was the same way back then and I just didn't know it, or if it's something that's changed. But PV and I were hunting bear, and got hurt. Even with the two of us, still managed to take some damage, and found out, again, because PV is a researcher, that meat, basically, if you cook the meat, now not burnt meat, if you burn it, you're going to take a little bit of damage. But if you have meat that's cooked properly and you eat it, it basically works like a healing pot. Okay. Let's see. Let's put this up. If I can remember where it goes. Yes, I did. And the food, isn't that back there? Yes, it is. Oh, we have more plants. Why haven't I planted all this stuff? I'll have to look back at my other video and figure out what I was thinking. Alright, let's get this on the smelter. And it wouldn't let me sleep because I was too wounded. We kept trying to sleep through the night, hoping it would help the healing process. But it wouldn't let me. And even though it let us share a tent back at base, I mean, we each had our own tents. But I was like, hey, let's test something. Because in Minecraft, if there's a player in a bed and you try to use the same bed, it'll tell you that that bed's in use. It won't let you share it. Well, I wanted to see if Rising World operated the same way. So I said, let's see if it'll work. And we had our tent set up at base, and I was able to hop in to his tent even though he was in there, and we were able to sleep through the night. But we couldn't get it to work because we took my tent, left his tent back at the base, and we took my tent out bear hunting, and we couldn't get it to work. But we think the reason we couldn't get it to work is because I was wounded, so it wouldn't let me sleep. But he said that he read up on it, and technically we shouldn't have been able to share a tent, that it's supposed to be a one-person thing. So that's probably something they'll get fixed at some point. Oh, there's my timer. See, I was a good girl and I even set it and everything. Okay, let's turn this on. Yes, I hear you. Hush. All right. How much does that leave us? 12? Okay. Alright, so the timer's going off, which means it's been 30 minutes since I started. Is that a sheep? It is a sheep. Nice and woolly sheep. Give me your wool. Thank you very much. Alrighty then. So I guess I should close this video out. But I'm still in the mood to play and I'm still in the mood to record. So I'm probably going to do another episode back to back. And get these uploaded pretty quick. Again, I apologize for neglecting my channel for the last few days. Hopefully you will understand that, you know, my son and my job are kind of important. They kind of come first. Even if I didn't have to work or anything else, my son takes priority over everything, even if he is grown. It doesn't matter. So, anyway, I'm going to shut up now and wrap this up. And I'll be back in a few minutes, and hopefully you'll be with me. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch my video, and we'll see you later.